half. Here's Brian Smith. Left wing Severe, driving left baseline, skip past right corner Frazier. He'll launch a three, and he gets it to wing. Dribbling with the left hand, he goes down low for Smith. Right block, he finishes on the right side. Driving, fading, he'll skip past it to the right side. Frazier, right corner Smith, he's open, his three is good. Couldn't find Thomas underneath the basket. Severe going left to right with the right-handed floater, he puts it through. Dribble, Severe at the foul line, inside, kick to the right corner. Smith for three, he hits it. Brian Smith from downtown, a timeout. Very tightly contested. Frazier gets it away to Severe. The Rams have numbers. Severe right wing for three, he hits it. John Severe from downtown. Inbounds pass. Turk has it, left wing Tony Nixon, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that'll do it. Fordham 83, Loyola 69. The one-on-one post-game report is coming up next. You're listening to Fordham Rams basketball.
Come from behind victory, we enjoyed Christmas. I think our zone put us to sleep instead of putting the opponent to sleep in the first half. We didn't do a good job locating shooters, but when we forced tempo a little bit by pressuring the ball and playing in our man-to-man for the full second half, big difference. And in turn, we got stops, and off the stops, we got great looks. And you know, we shoot 57% in the second half. Our free throw shooting continues to be great. And you know, I was upset with these two guys Saturday because I told them as veterans, as my senior and my junior, they have to control games late. They have to take games over. They have to make big shots, and they have to feel comfortable taking them and knowing I trust them. So that was a big game for John, 17-7, and for Brandon, 16. 9 assists, 3 rebounds, and you know, we only had 6 turnovers the entire game. So that speaks volumes for the job he's doing now at the point. So a very good win, a bounce back win, which I think shows some spirit. And we get 2 days off, and going to come back on the 26th and go twice, and go on the 27th, and then get ready for a little mini 2-day tournament, 3-day tournament there, you know, with Harvard here, and then 1 day to prepare for a good Siena team up there. And then we got a week off until conference happens, so I'm excited.
2 things about this team and how it's grown over the past few years. You talk about veteran players. You know, when you guys go into the half trailing, and then come back, win this game, and you clinch a winning non-conference. What happens last year and 2 years ago if this is the same situation? You know, how much
we lose, probably. I think it's just, look, it's experience. We talk about that all the time, and the experience of these two guys. And as I've said in the past, even the sophomores, the amount of minutes that they got last year, you know, Trey and Roomsy and even Jermaine, and then to do this without Mandel, you know, is big. It's a big win for us because he's obviously a big part of our, you know, 7-man, 8-man rotation. I thought Trey and Rooms did a good job on the backcourts. They played well together. They took care of the basketball. They only had 1 turnover between the two of them. I was always concerned about our turnover numbers going up when we play big. And I think there's more talent on the floor. Obviously, they've gotten better as players. They've worked hard to develop as players, and then the players that we've brought in are a little bit better. So that's why the outcome is good.
In terms of taking care of business at home, you know, I mean, you've always stressed that.
First step in rebuilding this thing, and there's, you know, I don't have to tell you guys, you've all been here with me. It's been a process. There's been a lot of heavy lifting, and there's been a lot of hard work has gone into it, and a lot of challenges. But you got to be good at home, and I don't care who we play in this building. I expect us to beat them. We go on the road, I expect us to win, find a way to win. But at home, I expect us to win in this building. And we had a great crowd today. My assistants did a great job with youth groups, filling place with youth groups with the students away. So I was shocked when they came out to see what a great crowd we had here on the 23rd. And we were concerned about doing the 4 o'clock game. You know, I did it for Porter. He's a friend, the coach, and they couldn't get flights out tomorrow. So the last flight was 8:40. So silly me, I'm like, all right, we'll move the game up, and thank God it worked out. But, you know, that's why we played it 4, and a great crowd.
Where would you rank that halftime speech?
It wasn't over the top, right? Me at halftime? No, I've been much worse than that. I don't. Coaching's different. There's like 6 words I can't use at all anymore that I used to use all the time when I was a young coach. So they're pretty mellow, and it's really because to dress business and talk to them about what they need to do. you know, one of the neat things we did is we brought a group in the fall called the Program, and it's all, it was started by a special ops group, and all retired special ops, Army, Navy SEAL people, and they come in and they do team building for 2 days. It's really intense, it's really wild, and the gentleman who was involved in the director of our group, we had come back to the game today for Military Day. He's a vet of the Middle Eastern wars, and I surprised them at the 12-minute mark before the game. I had him come in and speak to them. So I'm going to yell at him because I'm going to say they didn't come out in the first half the way I expected. You know, it took my halftime speech to get them going. But it was a good win for the team. It was a good win for the program. They're a good basketball team, and I can enjoy Christmas.
Tom, did you notice that when John attacks first before relying on his jump shot, he's much more efficient as a scorer?
Well, he's just, you know, the thing is he's capable of it. You know, I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that can just make jumpers, just make jumpers. The good thing about John, Brandon, Brian, Mandel is they can do both. So they can keep you off balance. But yeah, he drove the ball a couple of times, you know, with a fury, you know, to get to the rim, and then he made some great passes. So I think we all did a pretty good job of putting it on the deck more in the second half. We talked about that. We fall in love with the jumper early in the first half. When we drove the ball, we had much better success.
It seemed like the defense led the offense in the second half. First half, they were getting backdoor cuts and making layups. What was the difference in the second half that made them more energetic and getting?
Well, we got out of the zone, and I think what hurt us in the first half was the 6 of 10 from 3. You know, so I mean, boom! All of a sudden, you know, you're deep into a possession, and then they reverse the ball and they knock down a 3. So by going man and being able to, you know, being able to stay close to Turk and not allowing him to get as many looks in the second half, that was a big difference, I think. Gave us good energy, and we can run. You know, we always, the expression we use is rebound to run. So when we go rebound, Brian had a number of big-time rebounds. I thought he did a good job in traffic going and getting rebounds, and he had 7, and Frazier had a few tonight. So I mean, our guards have got to rebound for us to be successful. But that becomes like an outlet because they get the rebound and they can start to break by putting the ball on the ground, and that's good for us.
Brandon, they gave you a variety of looks defensively in the first half. How much did they keep you out of the game?
Yeah, they just, every time down, it seemed like a different defense whenever they did like that. But, you know, in the first half, I don't think like we were being patient enough. We were just rushing shots and just getting them up. In the second half, we kind of like take our time and getting the right shots, getting into the lane and find open looks. So I think that was the difference. In the first half, we were just settling for the jump shot. That's what made it work in the second half, just getting into the lane, getting layups before we found the 3 and things like that. Williams and Trey helped us a lot today by finishing at the right, and that gave us a lot of open shots at the end of the game. Do you think any part of the first half, you know, lack of offensive efficiency, had to do with playing with the 2 bigs on the floor more often? I know you guys are used to playing with 4 guards this year. Do you think that had anything to do with it? And then, you know, at halftime, were you able to make that adjustment where you're able to, you know, you had the big guys attacking and you're able to take that to Brian or yourself? I wouldn't say that it was like weird. I just think that we haven't done it for the first couple of games, so like it was just, you know, thrown off a little bit. But we know how to play with 2 bigs. It's really the same thing that we know our job, they know their job, and that's what we just had to fix in the second half, and we did. Brian, the coaches. Coach Corey talked about, you know, you being a veteran on the team, and how does it feel for you hitting those big 3-pointers to start the second half, finishing with 17 points, 7 rebounds, to really, you know, push Fordham to winning this game?
It felt good. Coach, like he said, he met with us earlier, and he told us as veterans we have to lead the team. So I just wanted to stay confident, be aggressive, so I could help the team be more aggressive so we can win.
Coach, how important is it to win after having tough losses and responding like that this year? That's a huge thing that hasn't really happened over this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think off the top of my head we haven't lost 2 in a row, right? So I mean, that's we talk all the time about 1-game winning streaks. You know, just having 1-game losing streaks, you know, is good. And bouncing back shows a lot of pride. Plus, to be down 9 at home and come back. But I thought I could feel it, the energy the first minute of the second half. You saw us come out, just kind of pounce on them, and then when we passed them, we kept going. We didn't have that lull, and their timeouts weren't taking the wind out of our sails.
Brian, what was your approach on Turk during the second half? You ended up with a lot of responsibility for slowing him.
Just don't let him get any touches, to limit his touches, like almost face guarding him. The less touches he get, then it's harder for Loyola to score. Because he was the main reason why they was in the game. He hit all the threes.
Good guys.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Oh, sorry.
One last thing.
Excuse me. Restaurant question or
Nah, just you always talked, especially when you got the job, about seizing opportunities when you have them, and you did that your first year with St. John's. Is there just a different feel about the Harvard game, considering where they are as a program? They won a game in the tournament last year, and what that brought back.
Yeah, well, we talked about it at the end. I said, look, we're getting ready for Harvard to come in here like everyone else. We expect them to come in and we expect to beat them. But yeah, I mean, we have, when 2 years ago we were looking at gimmicks. Can we box in one? Do we have to triangle in two? All the things we needed to do. And we had a good day and they had a rough day shooting the ball and we found a way to beat them. But, we fear nobody in this gym. The hard thing is getting people in the gym. Trying to get people to come play us in the home and homes, especially what would be considered marquee opponents, Good. Thank you all very much. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Happy